Hello, parents. This is Miss Wonders, and I am just wanting to make a little video about what's going to be the plan for the next few weeks that we are home and just kind of give you some guidance and some resources on what I'd kind of like to see at home and what kind of is expected at home during these times. And what resources are out there for you guys and what help can I provide. So really this is just about what's the plan, what are we doing. So first question, how long are we going to stay home? Possibly until April 14th. I'd really keep your eyes on the news and see what's going to happen. Really everything's up in the air, but right now we are saying April 14th is when we're going to come back to school. Let's just hope for the best there. And we are expecting these days to be waived for the school year requirement and still end school on our scheduled last day. So the governor is going to waive these school days. We shouldn't have to make up these school days, but we will keep you posted on that. But right now we are still expecting to end school on the last day, which I believe is June 4th. Will my child have schoolwork to do? Yes. There will be no penalty if it is not completed and it is not assessed. It will be more preventative than new information, so I'm not going to try and teach your child new information. This is just going to be a review of what your child already knows, just to maintain those skills. And I would be sharing a lot of resources with you on videos you can watch or special programs that are free or cool websites or apps. Or maybe I'm probably going to post a YouTube video, or just so the kids can see my face, or I might read a book or something like that. So I will be posting that through the Google Classroom, and I'll try and post it on YouTube as well. But you can sign up for Google Classroom by going to classroom.google.com, or you could also download the app on the App Store. And the class code is down here. So that's what you put in. I sent you all your child's Gmail information. And if you sign in with your child's Gmail information, then you should be able to get into the classroom as well. What will be asked of my child? You will be the reason why your child maintains skills. Really, it's up to you whether or not you want to do these things or not. Really, all that I'm asking is we just do the best that we can, and we just review what our child knows and try to set up some, some consistency at home. And I don't want to make home an extremely stressful environment. Again, I don't want you to become like homeschool extraordinaires overnight. I went to school for this, and so I'm a little bit prepared for this, and I understand if this is like really, really hard. So I want to try and make it as simple and straightforward as possible. So I am going to send home individual packets because I know that through a computer or through technology isn't the most accessible way for all of our kiddos. So I am just going to send home packets, but there will be online resources. And I think, technology has a place, but not always in everything with our kiddos. I can't give instruction completely online with some of our kids and their needs. And some of them will need more help than others. And I'm giving you all an at-home schedule, and this is the example right here. It will be laminated, so that way you can use like a dry erase marker to check off what you have done every single day and make sure you get it done. I wanted to make sure it's not like a daily schedule, so like they take one off and then put it in the done pile, because I don't know what your schedule's like at home. I just want you to check off what you got done and see your child to be able to see, okay, this is what I have left to do. Yeah, I'll kind of explain each factor. There's calendar and the homework packet, and then there's reading, and then there's a writing or a tracing packet, and then there's like a fun activity you guys can do. This is where I think I just want to give your child some balance throughout the day. I don't want to make it like grueling, sit at the desk and keep your head down work. I don't think that's any fun. I don't think that's going to help their stress levels, because they're probably going to be very, very confused on why you're making them do this stuff at home. And that's why I'm also going to come out with like a social story about, the coronavirus and why we're staying home and what we can do to stay safe. So the first checkbox is calendar. And this is very, very simple. So what you do is you can click on this link on here, or you can Google Starfall calendar. So I'm just going to go to Google right now. And I'm just going to go into Google and look up Starfall calendar. And this first link right here where it says calendar Starfall, click it. And then you and your child will go through this calendar. It takes like a minute. And we do this in class, and I feel like if they do this every day, they're going to realize days are passing, and it gives them some sort of consistency throughout the day. So you press this little play button right here.
Yippee! It's March 2020. Let's make a calendar.
And you press this arrow right here.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And I usually say the days of the week with this lady on here when she says them. And I also want to let you guys know you can do this on like a smartphone or a tablet or a computer. So it really doesn't take that much time. So we're just going to do it together so you guys can see it. What day of the week is it today? So you're going to click where it's all gold. Saturday.
Great job. Today is Saturday, March 21st, 2020.
See how the star right here is on the 21st. Then you click this arrow again. And then you just move
Saturday,
these to the correct
21st.
To the correct spot.
Great job.
And then you can mark any special days of the month. So if you have like a birthday coming up on the 30th, you can put that there. Or if they just want to place some on here. So you can do this with your child, or they can probably do this pretty independently because it leads you through it. And then you click on this next arrow. Then they can choose a picture for their calendar. So let's just go with that one. And then that's it. And then if they click this arrow over here, it will lead them to starfall.com, where they can play some learning games. And that can kind of be their fun activity for the day if that's what you want to do. So yeah, there's that. All right. And then the next thing on the schedule is the homework packet. And that is individualized to your child's needs. So here's an example of one of my home packets for some of you. Oh, that's not it. It is right here. So a lot of your kids got the at-home learning packet for kindergarten. And then, so like here, they just do 1 page a day. I don't want them to do more than 1 page a day. I don't want to stress them out. I don't want to give them more than what they need to do. So like circling the correct word. What is this, a lot or a log? Some of your kiddos will even have something easier that looks kind of looks like this. And it's even smaller. So like for Monday, just do the Mondays, or just do 1 day of this. Another example would be, so a lot of your kids got this Dynomath, read, write, and color. So then they write it, they trace it, they count it on the page, and then they just color one dinosaur. And that's just to review some counting. Some of your kids got addition, and then there's some other review of math concepts. And then the third thing that I'm asking them to do is a writing packet. So basically they're tracing either the alphabet or they're writing sentences, whatever their level needs. Most kids enjoy just do 1 page of the tracing, 1 page of the homework. Don't, try and cram it all into 1 or a few days. Just do 1 page. And they can have breaks after this. Again, the checklist that we have here is totally flexible to your day. It's just saying, okay, you have this done. So like if they do calendar and they want to break afterwards, that's totally fine. If they do 1 page of the homework packet and want to break afterwards, that's totally fine. Just make sure you check all 5 things throughout the day. And maybe there's a big prize after your child does all 5 things. Or after they do one thing, what do they get after doing one thing? Whether that's the break or a special toy or one Skittle, something like that. Okay. And then just reading one book daily. If you look in the packet I will give all of you, there's just a book reading log type thing where you color in a book each time you read a book. And you can do this with print books or online. So you can go on Books and do a free trial. You can go on YouTube and look up children's read alouds. You can look up Epic Books, and those are all books, and you have a ton of books on there with our class code that's right here. Or you can do just regular standard print books, and I will try and post some read alouds too on the page that you can also use for your book of the day. And then the last thing that I'm asking is for you to do like a fun activity. And I'm going to give you a packet with like grids full of ideas that you could do that are pretty low prep for you guys. You could also do like learning YouTube videos or learning games. So some favorite YouTube channels is like Alpha Blocks, Leapfrog Letter Factory, or doing an online read aloud. I have on my Google Classroom some favorite YouTube videos or channels that you guys can go on. Or you could do like a learning app like ABC Mouse, and then these all have sign-ins as well. That's on my Google Classroom for your child. There's an app called Lilo, which there's sign-ins on the Google Classroom for that as well, which is a literacy game. Teach Your Monster How to Read is an app. PBS Kids Games app has a lot of learning games. And then there's some examples of scavenger hunts that you can do in your household with questions you can ask your child. So I'll just show you a quick example of that. So here is one learning grid. Here are some more apps that you can download, websites you can go to, YouTube channels, and then you can do like find something on the reading choice board, or you can find something on the math choice board, like make shapes with popsicle sticks or pipe cleaners or stick pretzels, put a puzzle together, sort the laundry. That would be a great skill for them to learn while they're home. Building letters with Play-Doh or doing a salt tray. Finger painting, bead or straw towers, if you want to get a little crazy there. Or do like a movement thing where you build a fort with pillows and blankets. There's also one for special education that I really, really like, and it's scavenger hunts. So an example of that. So what you would do, here's one for home. So like in your dining room, you find a plate, a cup or a glass, a mug, a bowl, a fork, and a spoon. And you could ask your child if they're verbal, what is it? So you would have them find all these items in your kitchen, find a plate, find a spoon. And finding those are all fun. They get to kind of learn the kitchen. And if your child's verbal, you can ask, what is it? What color is it? What do you eat with? And if your child's nonverbal and has a device, you can program these onto the device. Like, what color is it? A lot of your kids have colors programmed into their device. And you can ask, what color is it? And have them tell you what color it is on their device. And then it gives you more questions. And here's a clothes one. Here's a bedroom one. So I just think they're really nice to have. And a lot of our kiddos are working on questions and answering questions accurately. So it really just gives you a prompt on how, what to talk about with our kiddos. And I know it's a lot of information at once. That's kind of when I wanted to make a video, just so you can go back and review anything if you need to. I kind of wanted to put this out here too. The Scholastic Learn from Home has lessons that you could do every day with books and activities that are pretty low prep, and I really like it. So if you also wanted to use that for your fun activity, you totally can. So I just want to let you know that I have your back during this time. I want to be able to provide you as much support as I can. You can contact me through the phone, through text, through FaceTime or Google Hangouts with and I can do that anytime. If you want to do a Google Hangout session with you and with me and your child, and that just kind of looks like this up here. It's like a webcam, so you'd have to have a computer or you'd have to have a smartphone with a front-facing camera, just so I could, talk with your child, and maybe we could read a book together, or I could ask them to do some things for me, or we could review something that they know. That is okay too. And, maybe it's more of a comfort than anything, just knowing that everything's okay. If you do not have a computer at home, the school is handing out Chromebooks on March 24th, which is a Tuesday. Most work can be done from a smartphone or using a pencil, which I know most of you guys have. But if you do want to pick up a Chromebook for your child, it outlines what times you should go based on your child's last name. And then I honestly think the district Facebook page is like the best way to get information for the district quickly. And then they're saying that Wi-Fi stations will be set up around the city to help families who do not have Wi-Fi. I haven't heard much else about this, but I think that's really cool. And once I do know more information, I will definitely send it out to you. But if you do have a Facebook, check their Facebook, the district's Facebook page for updates. I am supposed to have office hours every day, so I will have office hours from 1 to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday every single day. But you can contact me anytime. You can call me at 8 in the morning or 8 at night, and I will pick up and we can talk whenever. But these are just my office hours with the district. But, just to cross off some boxes there for them. But I will be available to you all the time. I don't have any kids or anything. I'm just chilling out at my house. This is not ideal for me at all. So please bother me. Here is some information about the grab and go lunches. They will be taking place at Burlington High School in North Hill. And it's just curbside pickup. So you stay in your car and you just tell the person how many lunches you need. And the child must be with you. And yeah, so I will post this on my page, so this whole slideshow, so you can go back and look at this. But this should be every weekday, Monday through Fridays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I definitely think you should take advantage of that because, hey, it's free food. Free food's cool. Other services, like does your child receive speech or does your child receive occupational therapy? I don't know what this is going to look like over the next few weeks. My guess is you probably, since school is closed and no online learning, technically, we are putting it out there, but it is not required. My guess is you won't receive these services. That's my honest to goodness guess, but I do not know what is happening with that. So just keep sitting on your hands and hoping for the best. IEP meetings, if you have an IEP meeting coming up, I'm hoping we come back on April 14th so we can have it that week or the week after. If we are going to be closed for longer, then we're probably going to have to do a phone meeting or a Google Hangout meeting or something. It's not the way I prefer to do meetings, but it may have to be done. If any of you missed conferences due to my illness, we'll likely have a phone conference. Again, I'm going to wait and see if we come back on April 14th. If not, we'll just have a conference on the phone. Not a way I like to do things, but we can do it. So my biggest tips for you guys being at home with your child is definitely have some sort of schedule. That's why I'm providing this checklist. So it's kind of like a schedule for your kid of letting them know what needs to be done during the day. Here's a very low-tech, crafty kind of one. This one's even kind of fancy, but you could even draw something on a piece of paper and just cross it off as you guys do things. So you guys could write down breakfast and put a little picture of breakfast of what you think breakfast, little picture next to it. You don't have to be an artist. Our kids are pretty smart. And then write outside and maybe draw a swing set or something that represents outside to them. And just making a little schedule for them would definitely be helpful, letting them know what's going to happen throughout the day, especially if you guys are home together all day. My next tip is using a first then. So a lot of your kiddos may not want to work because this is weird. And why are you asking me to do this thing at home? These are not my expectations for home. So definitely I would recommend a first then. So like you could draw on a piece of paper first, and then maybe you could draw like a piece of paper for a worksheet and then write worksheet. And you can say first worksheet, then something they like. So then iPad, then Skittle, then grape, whatever their preferred reinforcer is for that time, I would definitely recommend. And maybe have some special goodies just for doing schoolwork that they can't get any other time. So like they can get iPad time, or maybe they can get a Skittle and they don't often get Skittles, or a favorite food that they don't often get. Something special, or favorite little toy, like they get to play with slime if you don't let them play with slime, or have crayons all the time in your house because it's messy. But they get that if they do their schoolwork, just to make it special. And lastly, just hang in there. This is really, really hard for you. This is really, really hard for all of us. Nobody was expecting this, really. This is a very novel situation, and I'm just asking you guys to do your best. Hang in there, and I'm going to support you as any way that I can, that any way that the district will let me. You guys can call me or text me anytime. Just hang in there and just, practice social distancing and keep everybody safe so this ends sooner than later. And thank you guys for listening to me ramble. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Make sure you check out the Google Classroom on here. So go to classroom.google.com and put in your child's information, their Gmail information, or put in the class code. And then I have more resources on here, some cool computer games, some favorite videos, just to help you guys out during this time. And I definitely check that daily for any new information. And thank you guys so much for being awesome parents. And